Hey guys, it's Maymay, and the other day we did a store tour. In our store tour, we had some swags, some door swags, and there were bows on the top that we call 6-yard double ribbon bows. And many of you asked to see that, and I said, do you want me to bring it to YouTube? And you said yes, so here we go. Here's how we do it. I use my Bowdabra and an old cutting mat. Now this is old because I replaced it with a bigger one. So if you don't have a cutting mat you can use, think about a placemat or anything that you can use to hold your Bowdabra down, and I just package taped it down. You don't have to do anything fancy. Then what I do is, this bow in particular has 5.5-inch loops, okay? So what I have done is I've come out 5.5 inches from the middle of my Bowdabra and put a piece of tape to be my stopper. And I've done that on both sides. Super easy, right? Then you're gonna need 6 yards of ribbon. You're gonna need 3 yards of one and 3 yards of another. These are the two I'm gonna use. I will tell you, this method I'm showing you today works best with 2.5-inch wide ribbon. If you go with the skinnier ribbon, you really should size down your loops a little bit. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna take my ribbon and I'm just gonna put it into the middle of my, oh, nope, I do this every time. The first thing you're gonna do is put your chenille stem or your wire or your Bowdabra wire in here, because I forget it every time and you do need that first. So I place that in there so I can tie this guy up at the end. Then I'm gonna take my ribbon and put it into the middle of the Bowdabra. You can scrunch it or whatever you need to do, just get it in there. And the first tail, I'm gonna pass my marker by about 2 inches. Okay, this bow is going to have 4 tails. My first one is going to be about 2 inches longer than my little stopper there. On the other side, I want to twist my ribbon because this is single-sided ribbon, and if it's single-sided, you need to twist it so you can see the other side. And then I'm going to make my first loop. I usually just tuck it in here to get started, and then I just use my hand to help me get a 5.5-inch loop. So see, just go into my little marker there, push that down. And then this guy, I just leave it over here for now while I start the second pattern, okay? So my second pattern, we do the same thing with, except we do it on the other side. So I'm gonna take this guy and I'm gonna push it down in here, and I'm gonna pass my mark about 2 inches the first time. That's because, again, that's gonna be a tail. I'm gonna flip this guy over, because again, it's single-sided. And then I'm gonna come right out here, and you can go ahead and tuck that in to get yourself started. And I'm just gonna make this a 5.5-inch loop. All right, so get it pretty close. Those markers are what's going to help you get a nice, clean, even bow. All right, now what you need to do is you need to alternate. So I've done this side. Now I want to come back here, and I'm going to twist this guy, okay? I'm going to bring him back over. And again, we want to make a 5.5-inch loop. Now, I typically make my bows just with my hands and kind of in the air, but my mom has such hand dexterity issues that I've been trying to teach how to use the Bowdabra, because I know a lot of you guys are kind of in that same boat where maybe you have trouble with your hands, maybe you have arthritis or anything like that. So I've been trying to teach how to use the Bowdabra, so that's why I'm showing you this today. All right, so these guys are turned over and ready to go back. So I'm gonna flip this guy over here, make sure he's also 5.5 inches, twist him here. And now I'm gonna want this one to come from this side now, because I already have one down here. So I'm just going to leave him over there for a few minutes while I go to this guy. Let's bring him back over. All right, so you should get to the point where you have 6 loops on one side and 6 loops on the other, all right? And when you get there, you're done. Your tails are these pieces that are hanging down. All right, now what we want to do is we want to pull this up. Squish this down. There's a tool that comes with your Bowdabra that you can put in here to squish it. I just kind of do it with my fingers. I'm going to slide this up so I can get to my chenille stem, cross it over, and I want to pull this as snug as I can. That is the tip for your bows. Hold on one second and I'll show you what I'm doing. The tip for your bow is to get that middle as tight as you can. That is how you will get your better bows. They'll flip better, they'll look better, they'll even, the loops will be better. Okay, so now you have kind of a mess. Here's what you want to do. Find your tails. There's my first one. Here's my second one. I'm going to bring this underneath that loop there. The cool thing is you have wired ribbon. You can do anything you want with this, okay? So there's your 2 short tails, and then I have my long tails underneath. So there's those guys. All right, now what you do is you just start to fluff your loops. And you can fluff them where they are. You can move them. If you need to manipulate them, you have wire, so you can put them where you want them. I typically just open all of them first and then kind of look and see where I'm at. See what I need to move, what I need to twist, how I need to mix my ribbon up, what have you. So that is our basic 6-yard bow made with the Bowdabra. The only thing left to do is for us to dovetail our ends. Now, if you want your tails longer or shorter, just adjust that when you first start. These, I like them to be kind of short at the top. I just think they look pretty and they show the texture or the patterns of the fabric. For dovetailing, fold your ribbon in half, cut from the fold to the wire, and that's how you get a pretty dovetail at a point like that. Let's do the other tails. These are a little long for me. I'm going to trim them down just a little bit for where I'm using it. If I was using it on a wreath, it'd be fine because I could like tuck them up, but I'm going to be putting this on a swag and I don't want it to be quite that long. So let's trim this guy down too. And that is your bow. Now let me tell you something about bows. You will not like your bows for a long time, and then you'll find your rhythm. And the other thing you need to know about a bow is this bow laying here is not super cute. But when I put it where it goes, the bow will look much better, and I will put a photo of that in the thumbnail of this video so you can see what this bow will look like on its actual place it will be living, which is on a swag that we have. So there you go, guys. That is our 6-yard bow with 2 patterns. You could totally do it with 3 or 4, just change it up. The more you do though, the thicker the center gets. You need to remember that. It's a little harder when you use more and more of those ribbons, but just play with it. See what you can come up with. So there you go. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See you again next time. Bye-bye.